Hey guys, no real craft today, but I just got a little inspiration from The Lazy Dungeon Master by Sly Flourish, Mike Shia. Always has great ideas anyway, but I really liked, he did a recent video on using the Paizo face cards decks that you can get, and I'll show those in the video what they look like if you're not familiar with them. But he had a way to use them where you basically you use them for NPCs and show the player characters, so they kind of have an idea who they're looking at. And I have a new game starting, and they're all pretty much noobs except for my one player. So and there's a lot of characters going on because I'm gonna do a module. It's to keep on the Shadowfell. It's 4E. So there's a lot of players in the town, or I mean a lot of NPCs in the town, and I wanted to kind of keep them straight in the heads of the player characters since they're new. And I thought the face cards would be great, but I really like what Mike did with it in his video, but I kind of took it just a little bit a step further, and I wanted to go to the table and show you what I did. So let's go ahead and go there, and I'll show you what I came up with. We all want our games to run smoother and our NPCs to be more memorable, and this is one way to do it. These are Paizo face cards, and basically they're just different faces, different races that you can use for your NPCs or enemies or whatever. So, but they're really nice, especially when you have a lot of NPCs going on that players can, you know, easier for them to remember the names, basically. So what I want to talk about today is how I've utilized these cards, how I set them up actually. So let me remove this stuff here. And what I've used is, I've used a carved card sleeve, but this is a harder card sleeve. These are really nice. You can get the softer ones, but I found that this hard one is really nice. And let me show you what I've done with my characters. So say you're introducing an NPC. So you grab their card, and then you can put them in this sleeve. And it's a nice protective barrier for your NPC. But I've gone a step further than that. So what I've done is I've taken an index card, a 3x5 index card, and then I will cut the top off here so it still has the lines. Now I'll turn it over so it's the blank side, and I'll put it in this sleeve so it's behind the card, because the card has an area where you could write something, but you don't want to ruin your card and write something on it. So I just shove that in there. But you notice it's a little high. So what I do is I just clip it off, and then what I can do is write the NPC's name. So say it's Splurg. So now, when I introduce this NPC, I've got the name sticking out, I've got the picture, the players can see it. I can also add details. So when I show this to the players, I'm not going to show the back side. So I've still got the lines on the back, so I could pull this out and say, you know, Splurg, you know, hurt, you know, someone, or, you know, whatever, and keep track of their stuff, you know, on this card, and then the card can always just go back in there, and then it's on the back so the players don't see it. You know, when you put the picture out or you show it to them or whatever, they won't see any little details. You could write, you know, the characteristics of the you know, the personality and that kind of thing of the NPC, or their relationships to the player characters. And then, like Sly Flourish has talked about, you could transfer that to its own 3x5 card, or you could just use this one if you didn't have too much. You could just keep that right with the picture. And then with these nice sturdy things, you could leave them in there and just stand them up. Or I mean, you can, you know, when you display them, you can stand them up to show the players. You can also store them very easily in a box. Now I'm going to run Keep on the Shadowfell for my new group, and I had a lot of NPCs. So here's all this group of NPCs I've got. I've chosen the portraits. I've got the names coming out on the cards, on the 3x5 cards there. And so I've got all these set. So that's a really nice way you can keep these organized and protected and add stuff to them. You know, if you put a Post-it note on the back, it may fall off, you may lose it. With this, it's unlikely you're going to lose that card for that NPC. And you can just pull it out whenever you need to as a DM. Add a little note on there if the players interact some way with the character, or they have some connection to the character or the plot. You can always add that, and you're good to go. Whenever you need to check out an NPC, you can pull that out and look at it. So, or as you're showing it to them, you can read the back. So there you go. I want to show you that little way I came up with using these cards to make your DMing easier. So I'll see you next time, and take care.